and try and put some pressure on the defense.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the 50, it's Smith. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First down.
Just keeping the play alive. This is caught. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Smith throwing again. The throw taken in by Sims. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. To the air again, Smith. That's complete, right around the 8. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Smith throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's 3rd and short.
3rd down and 2.
Throwing again is Smith. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Steven Sims Jr. there to make the grab. And Washington has made this a 1-score game.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And that's caught inside the 35. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To Michelle on the screen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. From the red zone now, Mayfield. That's caught by Jackson. Not much there, only a yard.
Deshaun Jackson. He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
pass completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Mayfield with it once more. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Travis Kelce in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
All-pro tight end Travis Kelce had 97 catches last year in the regular season on his way to a Super Bowl title with Kansas City. And while he's a weapon anywhere on the field, as you get closer to the end zone, you really have to look out. Witness what he did in the playoffs. 3 touchdown catches against Houston in the divisional round, and a big one in the Super Bowl against San Francisco, which keyed Kansas City's comeback.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown.
What a waste of time.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We get things started with a good one in the NFC. Seattle traveling down south to take on Atlanta at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead as those two teams approach halftime. Russell Wilson has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head up to Foxborough to check on the Patriots at home at Gillette Stadium. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. Jakeem Grant, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And that game all tied up with the visiting Green Bay Packers. In the game you're watching has been Baker Mayfield with a strong first half. He's over 300 yards passing already. How high can he go? To find out, let's kick it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. A throw over the middle, taken in. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3. At the Eagles.
They'll run here with Barber. And he's going to take this close to the first down markers. He stopped at the Eagles' 36. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. He was able to get away initially on that play, but ultimately not much space to roam.
Great job there by them containing him, because you mentioned he got away initially, and how many times does that end up with a guy taking off for 15 or 20 yards? Here, the support was there, and they made the tackle for a loss.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there, because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. From the gun, here's Smith. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd.
Operating from the gun. Smith. And Stills over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
At the 13-yard line.
From the red zone now, Smith. This will be caught at about the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And Washington able to make this a close game again.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air, because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in for broadcast.
You know, I just grab the nugget when I can.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Heading back out, Baker Mayfield as we call up our players spotlight. And Charles, he's already north of 300 yards in this game.
And while watching him work, I just keep coming back to what a magic number that is. We've almost made it routine, haven't we? 300 yards, wow, what a great day. We don't understand what goes into that. And today, he's taking advantage of every opportunity, and he's being very precise throwing the football.
Some highlights to show for his efforts. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Mayfield on first down. And this one's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down.
2-yard gain on the play.
To throw, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Smith on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Smith. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Smith. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And he finds McLaurin. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
They'll go again with McKissick. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's caught. Stills right side. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 13-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Smith. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. That took a pretty big risk right there, going for it on fourth down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, fourth down, they went for it.
Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he slings one that's incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. That'll bring up 2nd down. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. His throw caught right around the 6. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Travis Kelce, 27 yards. And the Eagles have moved out in front. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Elliott on for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drive, 4 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision. And then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, if you like the guys who run the ball, you're enjoying watching this. But the other guys, especially the defense coordinator, trying to figure out an answer on how to slow down the running game, I think maybe he starts to call more blitzes because you can call run blitzes in order to try and get more people to the point of attack.
Smith on 3rd down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And that's understanding where the markers are because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you can actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. stepping up. He's going to keep it. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down. From the gun, Smith. Open man here, Sims complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
First down.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal.
Gain of 5 brings up second and goal.
They go back to the ground. This time Barber. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal.
Brings up third and goal.
Now Smith on third and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Jeremy Sprinkle there to make the grab. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. Rain, they were nice and cautious there on the extra point try, and that caution was well warranted as this game is tied. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does right now. Just a slew of touchdown passes. He's been spectacular.
And you and I both know this is a team game, one of the best team games that's out there. But right now, I've forgotten what the scoreboard even says. Just watching what he's doing.
Been fun.
That's been mesmerizing and a whole lot of fun to watch.
He's hoping to keep it going here in the third quarter. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Mayfield down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. From the gun, they run with Michelle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't
again, it's Michel. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They'll give him a yard on the play. And it's going to set him down.
Thinking on defense there. They were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 7
brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
And that doesn't start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The pressure gets to him again. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. Oh, hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun. Smith firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From the gun, Smith. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun. Smith. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Smith now operating from the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. From 4 yards out. And Washington has taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. First down, Mayfield. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. I'll tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels. Got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy? And what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Uncorks one for Davis. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Mayfield now from the 50. And that is incomplete. The Eagles on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And again, it's Mayfield.
Yards to go.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Ryan Anderson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
Washington will take over first and 10.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Their defense got to stop, force the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, here's Smith. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
At the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 9.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. 3rd and 2, Smith. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A good pickup there at 22.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Mayfield on 1st down. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. His throw incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelsey, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Off the draw, here's Michelle. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call.
Offense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Chase Young brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Washington as they come onto the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses.
He's brought down back at the 40-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Mayfield and the offense now. Down by 7. A little under 1:50 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. They'll look to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
He's back to throw. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now we have Kelsey, slow to get back to his feet. Appears to be shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Mayfield to throw. He completes it to Westbrook. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Takes over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
Now the Washington offense heading out. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now it's Smith. His throw is going to be incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like having there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Smith. And that is incomplete. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead.
An epic overtime game indeed. Look at that, 56-56 overtime. Week 1 under Andy Reid as the Eagles coach again.
Okay, so in the
Here we
past,
go.
We had sudden death. First team
Tied
wins,
in the
but no
overtime
longer.
on the first game. How about that?
If the
Cray
team
cray.
receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
And an Eagle first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he finds the tight end, Rodgers. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 10 more there and another first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Pass incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football, as you mentioned.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Since Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us, that's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
First throw here in overtime for Smith. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills, but it's going to be second down.
Darius Slay on the coverage.
To throw again, Smith looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
It's now second and 6.
Here's Smith. Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Ryan Kerrigan, the one who stepped in to make that play.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now Smith. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Thaddeus Moss, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 13.
Out of the gun, Smith. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it.
So Andy Reid loses his first game back with the Eagles, 62-56. What the hell kind of score is that? Defense put a crap. Was in the rain. 62-58. Crazy. Or was it 56? 62-56. Crazy game. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on the GWF Billy Beer Man YouTube Network.
In overtime to secure the Week 1 victory. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona